Good evening, the evening news. I am Olubomi Ajiboye Agbola. Oil marketers and the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority have said the prices of refined petroleum products are to drop further following the commencement of operations at the Warri Refining and Petrochemicals Company Limited. Dealers in the downstream oil sector said competition in the space would be stiffer as domestic refiners would be forced to reduce prices to get buyers. They stated this following the announcement by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited that the 125,000 barrels per day in the Delta State had commenced operations. The NNPC Health Group Chief Executive Officer Adeleke during an inspection tour of the facility, explained that the inspection aimed to show Nigerians the level of work completed so far. Mr. Kiyari, addressing a tour team, which included the Chief Executive Officer of NFDPRA, Farouk Ahmed, and the NNPC Board Chairman, Pius Akiyelure, noted that the repairs on the facility are not yet 100% complete, but refining operations had commenced and would focus on producing straight-run kerosene, diesel, and naphtha. NNPC also announced plans to begin the export of locally refined products to foreign countries in exchange for foreign currencies. The federal government has commenced the deployment of a locally assembled motors company brand of compressed natural gas buses for airport shuttle. The first batch of the CNG-powered buses has been received at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, by officials of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, led by its Managing Director, Mrs. Olubomi Kuku. Speaking during the unveiling at the Lagos Airport, Minister of Aviation and Aerospace Management, Mr. Festus Keyamo, said the deployment is in line with the directive of President Bola Tinubu to reduce carbon emissions and meeting global climate targets. He said the newly acquired CNG-powered NSM buses are eco-friendly with zero emission and designed with accessibility features for persons with disabilities. Osun State Governor Senator Adeleke has unveiled the logo for the Adire Osun Festival during a world media conference held in Osogbo, the state capital. Speaking at the event, Governor Adeleke highlighted the significance of promoting cultural heritage and its potential to enhance economic and social activities in the state. He added that the festival, which celebrates the traditional Adire fabric, is part of the state's broader strategy to preserve its cultural identity while fostering economic growth through tourism and creative industries. Governor Adeleke noted that the Adire Osun Festival presents an opportunity to showcase the rich cultural heritage of Osun State to the world, creating platform for artisans, designers, and entrepreneurs. Governor Adeleke reaffirmed his administration's commitment to making Osun State a hub of cultural tourism, expressing optimism that the festival will cement the state's position as a center for creativity and cultural excellence in Nigeria. He stressed the importance of leveraging cultural events like the Adire Osun Festival to attract global attention and investment, ultimately improving the state's economy. The governor also emphasized the need to empower local artisans and ensure sustainable development within the creative sector. The ceremony featured prominent stakeholders in the cultural and tourism sectors, traditional rulers, industry leaders, and members of the diplomatic community, among others. The federal government has proposed 53 billion naira to renovate 103 foreign missions to cover various needs, including renovations of chanceries, staff quarters, ambassadors' residences, purchase of office furniture, and official vehicles, among others. The Foreign Affairs Minister, Yusuf Tugaru, confirmed the development, saying the rising allocation to the missions significant financial challenges remain, with sources estimating that almost $1 billion is required to clear arrears and fully fund the nation's 109 missions worldwide. Senior Presidency And Foreign Service officials said the country needs about $1 billion to clear backlogs of bills and adequately finance its 109 missions, 76 embassies, 22 high commissions, and 11 consulates globally. Meanwhile, the House of Representatives Committee on Foreign Affairs has invited the Minister of Budget and National Planning, Atiku Bagudu, his Foreign Affairs counterpart, Yusuf Tugar, the Director General, Budget Office of the Federation, Tanimo Yakubu, over what is called the poor allocation of the Foreign Affairs Ministry in the 2025 budget proposal. The Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Dunoma Ahmed, is also expected to appear alongside the ministers before the committee chairman, House Committee on Foreign Affairs, Oluwole Oke, on January 14. Indonesian ambassador to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Usra Arahab, says both countries share similar defense and security experiences and interests, even as they are working closely to deepen collaboration against terrorism. The ambassador, who is a retired Air Vice Marshal in the Indonesian ministry, said this in Abuja. Mr. Arahab said within 6 years of his duty tour in Nigeria and ECOWAS, he had deployed his military experiences to bear on ensuring that Indonesia's diplomatic military engagements were rooted in the sub-region. According to him, his having concurrent accreditation as ambassador to ECOWAS made him also reach out to Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger in the heat of their threats to quit ECOWAS. The envoy said that in line with the military cooperation between Indonesia and Nigeria, he also facilitated the training of young Nigerian military officers to Indonesian Defense University on scholarships. On the sports scene, President of the Nigeria Football Federation, Ibrahim Gusau, has assured football fans, administrators, and Nigerians that the football governing body will adequately prepare the various national teams to bring joy and glory to the nation in the coming year. While reflecting on the outgoing year 2024, the projecting for the coming year 2025, Gusau is still delighted with the Super Eagles nonchalant dismantling of Ghana's Black Galaxies to qualify for the 8th African Nations Championship. He added that the focus of the Nigerian Football Federation is on ensuring the adequate preparation of all national teams to credibly compete for honors at major tournaments and not simply turn up to make up the number. He stressed that the era of Nigerian teams arriving at major championships just to participate is gone, assuring that the objective is to ensure that the teams can strongly contend for honors anywhere, and that can only be done by preparing the teams well ahead of qualifiers and competitions. While on the foreign scene, the Taliban has announced its intention to shut down all national and foreign non-governmental organizations in Afghanistan that employ women. The latest directive follows a 2-year-old order instructing NGOs to suspend the employment of Afghan women, allegedly because they failed to wear the Islamic headscarf properly. The development is said to be escalating its crackdown on women's rights since assuming power in August 2021. The Ministry of Economy warned that any NGO failing to comply with the new mandate would have its operating license revoked. According to the Taliban, the Economy Ministry oversees the registration, leadership, and supervision of all activities carried out by national and foreign organizations. Meanwhile, the United Nations expressed deep concern over the decision, noting that women's space in Afghanistan has been severely diminished in recent years. A senior UN official, Tom Fletcher, revealed that many organizations have reported their female and male employees being stopped by Taliban authorities despite pressing need for relief efforts in the country. And that ends the evening news on OSBC TV. Do join us at 7 for the major reports. Good evening.